Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to this week's TA Tuesdays. I hope you enjoyed the last conversation I had with Brian Cassidy from the Connect team. And you're in for a really, really big treat today. I'm going to bring in one of my awesome colleagues, Lieb Van De Venter. I do hope I pronounce his name correctly, but I'm sure he'll let me know in just 2 seconds. So I'm going to bring Lib into the stream. And Lib, how you doing? You are live on TA Tuesdays. How are you?
Hi, Keith. Thank you very much for inviting. Thanks for the invite, and you got the name right. So well done.
Yes, yes. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. So, phew, practice. The practice paid off. To be honest with you, Lib. Listen, I just want to say a heartfelt welcome and a massive thank you for coming join us on TA Tuesdays. As you know, look, this is an opportunity for us to pull back the curtain on TA, get to talk to the likes of yourself, so that everybody in the big bad world gets to know our voice, gets familiar with our face and stuff like that as well. So I appreciate you taking the time out. We'll literally keep this 15 minutes just to get a feel for what's going on. So I take it from the conversations at our weekly meetings that you've a lot going on in your side of the business, and we'll come to that in a sec. But I'd love to sort of get a 30 seconds overview of your side of the business and what it's all about.
So, Keith, I support what we call VISL, which is Verizon Services in Ireland. What that is just a center of excellence where we, in 2015, started to centralize our procurement. So most of our procurement takes place within this particular organization. They're based in Dublin. Like I said, they're called VISL. And I've been supporting them for probably about 18 months now.
Okay, so that's going on. So for me, look, you're the subject matter expert of your side of the business, right? And I'll talk to you all day about C# and .NET and stuff like that as well. You know your area of the business inside out. So I'd appreciate it if you could just give me a quick overview of procurement and sourcing. What's it all about? We hear these words all the time in our calls, and sometimes at a bit air going, So educate me.
So what VISL does is they look at the strategic sourcing. So the way I like to kind of illustrate it is procurement is the business saying we need knives, forks, plates, spoons, and cups, and we need 1,000 of each. We've got suppliers that we've already signed up, and so we just need to have the conversation, say, can you send me X, Y, and Z, and maybe make a little bit of savings because we're ordering 1,000. What strategic sourcing does is they look at that whole category and say everything comes from the kitchen. So why don't we just lump them all together, go back to the supplier and say, here's an order, here's the managed spend. What kind of discount can we get for that? Which allows us for bigger discounts. So that is what we do in Dublin.
Okay. So for me, it's you need to have a bit of a sales attitude to yourself for those types of roles as well, because
a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, we've actually seen some people from the sales side actually coming in into the business, maybe not having this strategic sourcing element, but coming in from that sales perspective, exactly the way you said, coming in from that direction. Other times it's purely category sourcing experience or procurement experience, and then not having the sales side of things.
Okay, so it obviously is for about getting the best deal for the business from all our suppliers and stuff like that as well, and looking at how we're going to make savings and stuff like that as well. Interesting. So that leads us nicely into you're flat out busy. I know you are, and you're hiring. So what's going on in your world? You're looking for an IT procurement manager.
IT procurement sourcing specialist is probably what we look to hire at the moment. That's probably the one role that I would like to highlight at this particular point. We've got other roles as well, like contract manager as well. As I explained to you earlier, the sourcing person would look at generating savings for the IT category. So that's what we're looking for here, where the contract manager is somebody that looks at the actual contract and has got more of a legal background, looks at the contract and goes, okay, there's potentially a red flag here or there. And so we're looking for those two roles at the minute.
Okay. So on the IT procurement manager role, or if you want to give me a brief of, in your own thoughts, what you're going to be looking for in terms of the IT procurement manager role or the sourcing one, whatever way you want to give it to me
Yeah,
there.
let's go with the IT category sourcing expert there. So we're looking for somebody that comes from a procurement background, somebody that understands and can put together a category sourcing plan, somebody that's been on the negotiating side, whether it is negotiating for services or terms or conditions or pricing for that matter.
Okay.
So those are the 2 points I would say is quite important from my perspective.
Okay. And in terms of the role, then, location-wise, we're based in Dublin.
We're based in Dublin, East Point Business Park. That's where we're based. At the moment, we're a hybrid workforce. Key to say that you're aware as well. I think it's pretty much across Verizon, meaning we work one day in the office. Potentially, some teams come in a little bit more if they want to, but one day is the ask to come into the office at the moment as well.
I have to say, I love the hybrid, and I'm always talking about it because I could be in the office as much as about 3-4 days a week. That's because I want to. But like you said, the ask of the business is a day a month, which is fantastic. It really is. So these roles, then, who are they reporting into, and has these roles, the IT procurement manager, for example, I'm just thinking manager, has it got direct reports? So 2 questions there. Who is the role reporting into, and has it got anybody reporting into this role?
So this is an individual contributor role. So
Gotcha.
no direct reports into this position. There are obviously opportunities to develop and learn within the role and eventually become a manager. Of course, that's the ideal situation. But it's an individual contributor role for this one.
Okay. So but it sounds like there's ample of opportunities then for somebody to step up at another level. Is there an actual title to step up into from this one, or is it just at a different level, or what does that
So the way
normally
we work, or the
roles?
way it's structured, is category sourcing experts is the level that you normally come into. It will then develop into a category sourcing manager, then it goes into senior manager, and then climbs up the chain into the directors and so forth. So that's generally how it's structured.
Okay. And apologies, I probably did miss it, but who's it reporting into?
So this role will report into David Hart.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Senior category sourcing manager for IT. And he kind of
Okay.
looks more at the IT hardware side of things.
Okay. So in terms of the interview process, right? What can, from sending in the application and a screening call with yourself as well, coming through the interview process, first round, second round, is there anything in particular someone can expect in terms of the process? Or, is it 1, 2, 3 rounds, or is it overly taxing in terms of a technical interview, or what can people expect?
So it'll be a 2-stage interview process with first one with David Hart as well as a counterpart, and then the second interview will be a little bit of a more of a shorter interview, a 30-minute call with one of the other managers as well. So 2-stage interview process. We generally follow a competency-based interview process. So that's how it will follow, or how it will flow. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. And so in terms of sorry, apologies. In terms of the culture, then, we're a massive organization. We've people working from us from all around the world and stuff like that as well. Is there, the culture of this team? Are they, with it being on site, is there any particular culture anybody can expect to be stepping into?
Absolutely. And this is one thing that I generally like talking to candidates about. This is kind of where I would say is my strongest selling point when it comes to these roles. Obviously, if we're a great team, it'll be a great opportunity for you. But culture is big in Vizzle. This is something that is across the team. I think it steps down from Verizon. If you're working at Verizon, you know what it's like. Great culture here, very welcoming, very inclusive. At the same time, we do like to provide a safe place where people can actually come and ask questions. So funny you asked me this question. I actually reached out to a colleague or a new hire that kind of joined us. They joined us 20th of March, so they've been there for a good old month. Reached out to her, hi Kate, and kind of asked the exact same question, just to find out from her perspective. How was it when she joined? Has she fitted in? Did the team welcome her into the role? And that's exactly what she's been saying. Very welcoming, I think, is the top point. They interact socially as well, so outside of work or even during work environment, just socially, like coffee chats. The other thing that they really have done is also the budding system, which is really fantastic. It's a little bit different from other areas where a buddy is normally one person that you interact with throughout your onboarding process, where we changed it up a little bit, or I didn't say but the team specifically changed it up a little bit. So you've got different buddies through the interview process, through the onboarding process,
Yeah.
which allows you to ask questions more than once. And it gives you that opportunity. If you've missed it the first time, not a problem. You can ask it the second time because you'll have a different buddy. You don't feel that pressure of, did I miss something? Can I ask it again? Beautiful. Beautifully way done.
Look, you alluded to the word inclusion, right? You know, it's great to know that we have a voice and we're heard. For me, that's a huge piece of inclusion for me. I love being able to go to a Padraig or Steve West and say, hey, this is what I was thinking, and them to actually go, ooh, hang on a minute, you know. So I love that. Job specifications, right? They can be the length of your arm at times, you know, and it's an art of writing a good job specification. But sometimes they can probably put people off and think, oh, I haven't got ABC. You know, would I be right in saying, you know, if somebody hasn't, or if anybody's watching this now from a sourcing background or procurement background, if the job specification, you don't match all the asks on the job specification, should they come talk to us either way?
Always. Rather find out, you know, because sometimes we put things in the job description and sometimes that is matching the perfect candidate. But it's not to say that you aren't the perfect candidate because you don't have all those elements. You can bring a different side of things. You can bring an element that perhaps someone doesn't have or that isn't on the job description. So we can be winning from that. So definitely come speak with us.
Okay. So absolutely fantastic. So job specification, and to which I will put a link into the comment section after this as well. So if anybody's interested, the job specification will be there, and go in and have a look at it. And if I'm right to saying you're happy for anybody to reach out to you via email, LinkedIn, Lieb, have you any sort of a preference for people reaching out to you?
No preference. Reach out to me, speak with me. Love it.
No.
Just get in touch.
Okay. Awesome stuff. Well, look, I'll leave your contact details on the screen there for another second or so, just so everybody can get it. But if you were to wrapping this up, right? Excuse me. You know, if you were to summarize, why should people come talk to us? If somebody's working in X company as a procurement manager or a sourcing manager, I know why I'd be wanting to work for Verizon, right? But if you were to summarize it in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, I'm being a bit exaggerating there in the time, what would you say to somebody watching this now?
There's a lot of things to say. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's try and get this squeezed in. No. So if you're looking for a new challenge within an environment that allows you to develop, allows you to grow, then I think Verizon can offer that environment to you. We're an international company, global reach. You know, there's lots of opportunities here. And so if you got that mindset that looks for growth, that mindset that wants to be involved and be an anchored part of the business, then come and speak with us. We're here to listen. So definitely would like to speak with those that are like-minded.
Excellent. I love it, Lieb. Lieb, look, like I was saying to you at the start, is I could talk to you forever, you know, but I just don't want to eat too much into your time. I know we've actually another call we need to jump on as well after this, so I'll let you go. But a parting words is, if somebody's looking at this, the job specification doesn't match you 100%, come talk to Lieb, and let's see where we go from there. Lieb, it's been fantastic. I'll let you go. And hopefully I'll see you in the Dublin office soon, and we can get some lunch. It's been a while, but I shall catch you soon.
Brilliant. Thanks, Keith. Cheers, guys.
Thanks. Mind yourself. There you have it. The notorious Lieb Van De Venter. I nearly stumbled on the name there. But look, like I said, the job specification will be in the comment section below. Like, share, comment on this, and do feel free to reach out to Lieb and have a conversation about the role. And don't forget, 2 weeks from today, another Tuesday, TA Tuesdays will be, apologies. And every Friday, Fireside Fridays goes live at 12 o'clock. So don't forget. So like a massive thank you from me to you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. And for now, I'll leave you with a credo, and I shall speak to you in another couple of weeks. Take care.
This is our Verizon credo. It's inspired our culture for almost 20 years. Think of it as a note to self, our declaration of values, a guide for our day-to-day.
Everything we do, we build on a strong network,
systems, and process foundation.
We know our products
and can explain them to customers.
We make it easy for customers to do business with us. by listening,
anticipating,
and responding.
Integrity is at the core
of who we are.
We know teamwork enables us to serve our customers better and faster.
We run to a crisis, not away.
We deliver superior customer experiences through our products and our actions.
This is our credo.
It keeps us grounded,
aligned,
doing the right things.
It's about who we are,
how we work, and most of all, who we work for.
We focus outward.
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 We focus outward.
On the customer.